So you guys have heard me talk about OLED in the past. OLED, incredible television technology that gives you this wild contrast, this black level that the old tech simply couldn't produce. And I've got one sitting over there. We have people in the studio, people come over. I'll throw on the Jungle Book, minds are blown. This is the latest model. It's the C7 2017 model. But here's the thing. In many cases, people don't necessarily take advantage of all that contrast and all that resolution. This is a 4K TV. And the reason for that is that people aren't feeding the right signal, the right content into these displays. You go to somebody's house, they've got a nice 4K panel, and then they're feeding it their old cable box. Dolby is hoping to change that, so they decided to sponsor this video, send out this really cool new TV so I can test out some of what they've been doing to improve the actual viewing experience on the latest tech. This TV here is one of the first to feature active HDR with Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos. Now, Atmos refers to the sound. You're hearing birds chirping. It sounds like they're on the ceiling. It sounds like they're, way off in the distance, but it's all coming from a single audio source. Now, the way we're gonna test this all out is through an app called Dolby Access. It's on this display. There's actually more content lately that's capable of taking advantage. So not just through the Access app, but also hundreds of things on Netflix, Amazon, and a bunch of other places as well. So this is the kind of thing when your friends come over, it's like, hey man, that's a cool TV, but like, what's the difference between the one I have at home and this one? You boot up the Access app and you're like, oh, here's the difference. Let's open this up. Ooh. Jeez. Wow, look how thin this thing is. Probably need you again here.
Oh, that there, is that good?
All right, so we have the TV booted up now. It's amazing to see how thin this sheet of glass can be. As I mentioned to you before, this is all about feeding some content to the display that can actually take advantage of the capabilities. So we're gonna be looking at the Dolby Access app. Now, this is stuff that's tuned up to do this TV justice. So Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos demo. What do you say, 2 minutes and 11 seconds? Shall we roll the clip, Jack?
You are about to experience a revolution in entertainment technology. Dolby Vision is cinema HDR that brings TV to life with dramatic imaging, astonishing brightness, color, contrast. Dolby Atmos puts you inside the action with bigger, more encompassing sound that fills your room, even overhead.
So what you guys are kind of seeing with the on and off toggles there is you're seeing a far more vivid image. That's the HDR tech that you're witnessing there. So it gives obviously far more color depth, contrast, and so on. How about that shot right there? Wow. The purpose of these demos is to kind of indicate to you some of the stuff that the TV's doing when you feed it sources that you want to watch. Here you can discover who's streaming stuff currently in Dolby Vision. You can see Amazon Instant Video, Netflix, and Vudu. They've all got hundreds of titles that are capable of taking advantage of this. Look at this guy. He can move that slow because of the camo. Unbelievable. You see the difference there? Who better than a chameleon for color? So I'm just on Netflix now, and I'm noticing as you scroll through, you can see that certain content is actually Dolby Vision capable. For example, Chef's Table here. If you see that little badge up there, see, here we go. Abstract, the art of design, Dolby Vision. At this point, it's hundreds of hours of stuff that's capable, but that number is growing, that inventory is growing, not just on Netflix, but also on Amazon and Vudu as well. So here you can see on Daredevil, you have the Vision badge. This is actually a great show to kind of take advantage to show off the aspects of the display and, of course, Dolby Vision. You know, if you're snowboarding without a shirt on, you have to be good, right? The shirt comes off, you better back it up. You're playing basketball in the public courts, you take the shirt off, you better back it up. You're mowing the lawn at home, you take the shirt off, you better back it up. You're going for a jog down the street, you take the shirt off, you better back it up. Dolby! It's unbelievable. You already knew that. You've been watching movies, you've been seeing that symbol for years, but now it's at home. It's in your living room. I mean, when you're talking about 4K resolution packed into here on OLED with the sound to go with it and the HDR, I mean, it's a whole thing. You're gonna have an emotional reaction. All right, you want to learn more about this? Read up a little bit. What exactly is Dolby Vision and so on? Head over to Dolby.com or click the link in the description down below. You can find out which TVs have this feature, or you could just pick up the latest 2017 LG OLED because, as I showed you, it's in there.